If predestination, if predestination is true, then how do you answer, and I did hear you say evangelism was important to you, how do you answer Matthew 28 at the end, the Great Commission, where it says, and I quote, "Then Jesus came to them and said, 'All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me.'" That's to Christ. "Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations." It doesn't say a predestined, it says all nations. "Baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of age." And it doesn't say predestination, it says all nations. How do you answer that as a Calvinist?
As a Calvinist, we do believe that God uses the witness of people, whether it's in this local community or across in another nation of the world, all the nations of the world over which Christ has authority. He uses the witness of people as the necessary means by which people hear the gospel and are saved. Now, think, for example, of John 10:16. John 10, the Good Shepherd, Jesus is describing himself. He says in verse 16, the most remarkable thing. He says, "I have other sheep." Now, stop right there. I have. They're already mine. I have other sheep that are not of this fold. They must hear my voice, and then they will become one flock with one shepherd. So when we go out to witness, we go out proclaiming what we believe is Spirit-induced, the word of Christ proclaimed, that when the elect hear his voice, they will come. It grants to people who, the modern missions movement was begun by Calvinists, William Carey, Adoniram Judson. These were people who believed with all of their hearts that God had people in every nation of the world, every people group who were his. They needed to hear the gospel so they could hear the voice of the shepherd and come and be saved.